Welcome to Algebra Mini Lesson number 3. This is going to be TEK A4. This lesson will review the characteristics of scatterplots, how to write the formula for raw data, and then how to use the formula to make a prediction. You are going to need a calculator for this lesson, so there are two options. The first one is obviously Desmos, which you're familiar with. Here are the instructions for running a regression on Desmos, but if you don't understand them or if you need some additional assistance, the link at the bottom of the screen is a video that will walk you through the instructions. The second link is for the TI-84 like we use in class, only for the computer. Now it's free right now due to the school closures across the country, so you might want to try that. I don't know if it works on the Chromebook or not. But what I need you to do right now is pause the video and write down these instructions for Desmos. Now I need you to pause the recorder again and see if you can input this data into Desmos and get the instructions, get the screen that I have up here following my instructions. Okay? Alright, you'll notice the plus at the top is what you use to get the t-chart. Alright, if you weren't successful. And then you do the plus again to get the equation. Alright? And notice when you do that, it automatically gives you the graph as well. So you have the scatter plot, and then you have the line superimposed on it so you can see how well it matches. And then, of course, you have your regression correlation coefficient down here at the bottom, which helps you as well. Okay? All right, this is what that same thing looks like if you're using the calculator. If you were able to get the calculator, you enter your data using stat enter. Be sure you turn on your diagnostics. That's in mode. Okay, down here at the bottom. So that you'll get your regression. And then when you run your regression, stat calc 4, it gives you this information right here. It gives you the same information that Desmos does. Now what the calculator doesn't do is show you the graph unless you ask it to see the graph. Okay, let's talk a little bit about correlation for just a minute. Correlation, by definition, is the relationship between two variables, such as our latitude and temperature data. Now, there are two types of correlation, positive and negative, and you can measure that correlation with a number called the correlation coefficient, which measures how good the relationship is. And it's always a number between -1 and 1. Remember, if it's raw data, it's never going to be perfect, so it's never going to be -1 or 1. Okay? So if you look at our data right down here, our correlation coefficient is 0.9702, which is really a very strong correlation. That is strong negative correlation. And I know it's negative because of that little negative sign right there. Okay? Now, what this does not give you is the equation. So you're going to have to write the equation yourself. So you take your screen, whether you're using Desmos or whether you're using the calculator, neither one of them are going to write the equation for you. So you're going to have to take this screen and you're going to have to notice up here it says we're going to put A in the first blank, so this is where A is going to go. And we're going to put B in the second blank, so this is where B is going to go. Okay? Alright, so A. Now since my data had, one decimal place, then my answer can have as many as 2 decimal places, my equation. So my A is going to be -1.06, and my B is going to be 92.31. All right. Now, why do we want the equation? Because now that allows us to make a prediction. All right. If you go back and notice, X is your latitude, and Y is your temperature. So it says predict the temperature at a latitude of 35. So that means 35 is X and I'm looking for Y. So I can take my equation, replace X with 35, type that into my calculator, you be typing it too. And it helps if you type it in right. I got y is equal to 55.21 degrees. Okay. Now, if you go back and compare that to the data in the chart, you'll notice it doesn't quite work out because 35 is here. All right, so theoretically, my temperature should have been somewhere between 68 and 57, and it was a little lower than 57. All right, but you have to remember this is raw data. All right, and so we're making a prediction based on how good our equation is. But it's raw data, so it's not going to match perfectly. All right, please remember correlation does not automatically imply causation. All right, just because we have a lot of ice cream sales on one summer day and we have a lot of sunglass sales on the same day, that does not mean that ice cream's causing sunglasses or sunglasses is causing ice cream. There's a correlation between those, but they're both being caused probably by the fact that it's a summer day and it's sunny out. Right? Here's a link to an interesting blog about the use of correlation and causation in the real world that I found was kind of interesting. Right? So you can look at that if you want to have some more information about correlation and causation. Okay? This was a short video because this is a short assignment. The assignment will be posted on Classroom along with the notes in the video. Hope y'all are having a good day.